People are led to believe there is a public justice system. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. What we have in reality is all private. When you hear the word public record or public servant, we assume this is true. However, unless rebuked, this is simply inaccurate presumptions. One of the 12 presumptions of the court systems. These 12 assumptions are so intrinsically entwined in our courts that they now overlap into our lives. What we have is private foreign entities personating Commonwealth public officers like judges, magistrates, lawyers, attorneys, bailiffs, barristers, and even police have all sworn oaths to a private foreign entity known as the Bar Guild, that unless challenged, these oaths to their private brotherhood reign supreme over their oath to protect and serve the Commonwealth of Australia. This guild is centuries old, rooted in Roman canon law. Just like these entities, even your states, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, are all for-profit private foreign entities traded on the stock exchange in America. This is designed to trick the feeble-minded into acquiescence. It is quite simple if you are aware of these 12 assumptions. You have been taken for a ride. These presumptions, if left unrebutted, become truth in commerce, and that's all their system is: commercial contracts. This is what the premise of our whole legal system is based around. Commercial contracts, contracts in commerce. They only deal with corporations. They cannot deal with a living man or woman. Corporations have no tangible existence. Its only existence is on paper, locked away in a drawer somewhere, just like your birth certificate. It needs a living man or woman to execute its will. So let's get into them, shall we? First off, the presumption of public record. Your alien jurist person thinks your matter is going on the public record. It's only presumed, so left unchallenged, you are going into a private meeting with the private bar guild, not for the public record. It is private for their eyes only. 2. The presumption of public service. You are thinking these actors are public servants, but this is a presumption that you are making. This is a presumption that you must challenge. They believe their oath to this private foreign entity known as the Bar Guild is superior to their oath to protect and serve and uphold the common law as per the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Australia 1901. The oath they swear to the Commonwealth isn't even the oath they are lawfully supposed to swear. 3. The presumption of public oath. This is them acting under a private oath while at the same time having sworn a public oath to the Commonwealth. One cannot swear two oaths. It is a conflict of interests. There is controversy. Who are you serving? Your own private bar guild or the Commonwealth? It cannot be both. 4. The presumption of immunity. They presume themselves immune from personal claims of injury or liability. This must be challenged, that the bar guild is acting as a public trustee, acting as judges, magistrates, prosecutors, attorneys, lawyers, bailiffs and barristers, even the police that come in to present their case. The presumption of immunity is something that is baked into the private bar guild and their documents. They say even when one is going to implicate one of their brothers, they must excuse themselves from the trial so as not to bring shame or disrepute to their brotherhood. 5. The presumption of summons. Summons is synonymous with the word invitation. In fact, summons was originally used to summon or call the dead. It is merely an invitation. Unless openly challenged and rebuked, the existence of presumed guilt stands. The presumption of custody. One who attends is presumed to be a thing, not alive. Your name is a reference to your person. It is not you. This includes the dead legal fiction, your legal personhood, your non-living person. Custodians may only hold lawful custody of property, which is wards of the state, and things, not flesh and blood, soul-possessed beings. 7. The presumption of court of guardians. The letter P on your passport lists you as a pauper under the guardianship of the government and its agents. See the meaning of alien jurist also. 8. The presumption of court of trustees. The The presumption that the mere attendance strips you of your lawful right, status, and standing as the equitable, beneficial, named estate trust title holder. Simply because you appear, you have lost your rights. 9. The presumption of government acting in two roles as executor and beneficiary. The judge and magistrate is the executor and the prosecutor is acting as the beneficiary. I thought it was the other way around, but I could be wrong here. What this means is you are stripped from your rightful role as beneficiary of the trust by being the living man who owns the name John Doe. What they are trying to do is switch roles. It's constantly fluid in a court of law where the judge bangs his gavel. He is, for that moment of time before you open your alien jurist mouth, the trustee. He is your name. That's what I was led to believe under the pretense. But presumption of executor de son tour. If one does not claim right as executor beneficiary over their own body, mind and soul, they are acting as false executor. If unchallenged, the judge has the right to arrest you, detain, fined, or forced into psychiatric evaluation. Seems legit, right? Must openly challenge this presumption by not only asserting one's rightful position as executor and beneficiary, as well as questioning if the judge or magistrate is seeking to act as executor de son tour. The presumption of incompetence. You are ignorant of the law and therefore incompetent to present yourself and argue properly. You're being stripped of your rights. Without knowing any of this, you're walking into a setup. You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna fail, and you're gonna have your life, your body, your mind and soul in possession of another. 12. The presumption of guilt. Presumed guilty whether you plead so or not. This is why an affidavit of truth and motion to dismiss with extreme prejudice onto the public record must be done. The private bar guild can hold you until a bond is prepared to guarantee the amount the guild wants to profit from your CQV trust, your Sesta KV trust. Look up what Sesta KV means. This is a call to action for people and want to represent themselves and hold their rights and freedoms. If you ignore this information, you lose the chance to figure out what's really going on. However, I'm not here to convince you, nor do I wish to change your worldview in any way, shape or form. What I do seek is for those who have had their mind opened to the tyranny and corruption that we've experienced in this world throughout the last 3 years. Those people are my people. Those people who know what's going on and want to do something about it are the ones who desperately need to hear and know about this information. If anyone wishes to fight any unlawful fines, unjust fines, even parking tickets, you didn't hurt anyone by staying in your parking spot for too long. You didn't hurt anyone when you didn't pay your jury duty fine that they sent you. People have had their license relinquished for not paying a $150 jury duty fine. This shit is not right. This is extortion, fraud, being played on the Australian public, and through your acquiescence, you're allowing it to continue. Now, if you want to pay these fines, by all means, go and pay them. I don't give a fuck. But if you want to assert your rights that you know are being stepped on, and you want to know the information on how to do it, reach out. Let's work together. It's not some airy-fairy bullshit. This stuff's legit. The Bills of Exchange Act outlines how we're supposed to pay these bills. The Crimes Act outlines how we're allowed to bring those who are committing an injustice on the Australian public to trial. This is me not just making shit up. Do not acquiesce to this bullshit. You are within your rights to ask for trials. When someone claims that you owe them a fine, you're within your right to ask to go speak to the other claimant and resolve the issue. Now, some corporation with the letterhead, just because it says New South Wales government, doesn't mean they have the right to just take your money from you. You need to be able to speak to another living man and work out a resolution for this so-called claim, this so-called problem. What these supposed authority figures are doing is called a legal adjudication. They have no right to act as a judiciary. If there is a fine, there must be a record of a court appearance and ruling by a judge. When they just send you these fines with all these threatening words on it, it's threats of enforcement, demanding money with menace, and extortion. These are the crimes that are being committed, which allows the confidence to write a letter to them and demand to see their proof of claim. This is what the whole premise of our Constitution was based around. And by your ignorance of the law, you're not only fucking over yourself, you're fucking over everyone else in Australia. This is a call to action. Reach out to me if you're sick of this tyranny.